who likes Transformers?
Okay, so Studio Trigger just put out a big 40th anniversary promotional video that basically showcased Transformers throughout the entire franchise. There were versions of Transformers from the comics, there were versions of Transformers from the early animated movies, there were versions from the American television show. They even showed Michael Bay Transformers in animated form, and no joke, like, look, we can shit on Michael Bay all we want, like, doing it literally gives me life, but gotta admit, some of the designs for the Transformers in his films, especially the early ones, were kind of gas. I kind of like the organic feel of some of the Transformers in those early movies. It eventually just got very ridiculous as time went on, but I'll give credit where credit is due. Do we consider this mecha still? Yes. I think we can still consider this mecha. I don't think mecha is defined by people piloting the robots. I think it's defined by, like, just having the giant robots in general. I grew up on scarce Transformers media. I had access to the early films on VHS via some old family members, but the main Transformers bit of media that I grew up with was this one. It was called Transformers Armada. So the whole gimmick of this show was that you had Transformers minis that attached themselves to the larger Transformers and unlocked special abilities and weapons. The Autobots and Decepticons came to Earth in order to find these mini Transformers, and it was basically a thing of who could collect the most during this battle. You get the action figures, but you also get, like, the little Hot Wheels sized minis that could be attached to the larger action figures. So it prints money! Looking back on it, probably the thing that didn't age the best about this series, there were a lot of people shit on the Michael Bay Paramount Transformers films because it's like, why do they focus so much on the humans? Why can't they just focus more on the robots? Here's the thing, guys. There's a lot of incarnations of Transformers that focus on human characters, and the Autobots are like secondary characters to them. Like, seriously, guys, I see shit like this and I ask myself, how come no Western company hasn't just straight up asked Studio Trigger to make them a fully produced Western cartoon at this point? Because clearly Trigger wants to. Trigger wants to make, like, Western cartoons. They seem ready to pounce on any Western IP that wants them to do an animation cut. They did that animation cut for Steven Universe, and they made a fully animated ad for a fictional series in the Toy Story universe. Just because! And let's not forget that one of the most anticipated anime that is coming out later is the Panty and Stocking sequel, which is just a big homage to Western cartoons. A fully produced Transformers anime from them would make me so happy. In fact, it would make me so happy that I'm literally getting wet at the thought of it. I would watch this almost 4-minute video a million times over before I would rewatch the Transformers 1 movie. I thought the film was okay. It kind of suffered from having that thing where it had such a good first half, and then when it comes to, like, getting these established characters to a certain status quo, then it gets really, really clunky. I wouldn't say it's bad. It's a very well-directed and very well-animated film. It's just, man, the writing just couldn't connect the dots the way I wanted it to. I'm not angry or upset. I'm just disappointed.